Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and today I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch. Now it's no secret that ever since its release, the Switch has been selling amazingly well. However, despite its amazing sales, there are a few things that it's missing, and I would definitely like to see. Because of this, I made a list. So let's get into the top 10 things that I think the Switch needs. Number 10, Bluetooth headphone support. Now I know that you can connect some Bluetooth headphones to the Switch if you have an adapter, and it's actually quite simple as long as you own one. But my question is, why? The Joy-Cons use Bluetooth to connect to the Switch. Pokemon Let's Go uses Bluetooth to connect to your phone when transferring Pokemon. Why can't my headphones connect the same way? Just add an option to connect your headphones on the connected device screen, and boom, done. They can work just like the Joy-Cons, and there wouldn't even have to be a lot to change or add. This would also be perfect for the Switch, since you can connect your headphones in handheld mode and make it even easier to play on the go. Also, now that Smash Ultimate is out and you can basically turn your Switch into an MP3 player to listen to the game's music, this is a perfect time to not make it such a chore to actually use. Number 9 is an internet browser. The Wii had one, the Wii U had one, the 3DS has one. What about the Switch? There is a way you can use a browser that's on the Switch, but just like the Bluetooth problem, it takes too much work for the payoff. It's just a lot of jumping through hoops. I like to put a video on my phone and watch it as I level grind or go after side quests in a video game. When I have to look something up, I have to turn off the video and search it on my phone. And sometimes if I'm unsure of something, I will do this 10 to 12 times in a really short time span, and it gets kind of annoying. Now I know that this is a super lazy problem to have, but it's still a problem for me. If the Switch had an internet browser, then I could just simply hit the home button and search up what I need. I actually didn't know how much I would miss the browser feature until it was taken away. I may be alone on this one, but it was important enough for me to add it to the list. Number 8, home themes and customization. Now the 3DS has a surprising amount of customization. You can change the size of the apps on your home screen, you can move them around, you can change the background to a different color or theme based off some of your favorite games, but the Switch doesn't really have any of that. You can change between a white and black home screen, but that's about it. Now I praise the Switch's home screen and UI for being so clean and easy to navigate compared to the slight messiness of the Wii, Wii U, and 3DS. However, the more games I get on the console, the more of a mess the home screen starts to become. Folders would be a really nice way to fix this, and I know a lot of people are behind me on that one. There's been a lot of outcry for folders on the Switch. I think that a little more customization wouldn't be a bad thing. Maybe just a few more colors for the home screen, that would be kind of a nice start. Number 7, more streaming apps, specifically Netflix. The Switch started with a Hulu exclusivity deal, which was kind of interesting, and only pretty recently got YouTube on board. YouTube was one of the big ones that a lot of people wanted. It works nicely and it does its job, but now Netflix is missing, and as someone who loves Netflix and keeps it on in the background quite a bit, I definitely notice its absence when I'm switching consoles to use it on the TV. The YouTube one works nicely, now it's time for Netflix. But that's a business deal that I'm not going to touch on, I'll leave that one to Nintendo. Number 6, better and faster online support. When Nintendo's paid online subscription service was announced, it was pretty controversial, and even now it still is. A lot of people are wondering if it's worth their money, and the longer the service is out, the more people are wondering, which is not a good thing. Aside from being able to play online, which is its main selling point, Nintendo hasn't been doing enough for the service to be worth it. They released Tetris 99 a while back, which was a huge success and really fun, but I'm mostly talking about the NES games. Nintendo has an NES emulator on the Switch, and they're releasing 2 to 3 games a month for it. This would be fine if they hadn't killed off the Virtual Console for this. A lot of people have been upset with this decision from them, and I'm part of that group. I just think that more needs to be done for the subscription service because as it stands, unless you're playing a bunch of Smash or Splatoon online, there isn't too much of a reason to get this, and it makes me a little sad. I really did want this to be so much more. Number 5, dedicated servers. There was a huge debate online, where half the internet was saying because of the subscription service, we're going to have dedicated servers for games like Smash Ultimate, and the other half were saying no, nothing will change. And as we all know today, nothing's changed. We don't have dedicated servers, and sometimes when you play Smash Ultimate online, you have to fight the input lag as much as your opponent. Dedicated servers are something that's super important when it comes to online games, and not enough companies use them, which is understandable to a point, but it's also a huge letdown. I'm not about to get into the problem with the Switch and hooking the Ethernet cable up to it through an add-on you have to buy. I'm not going to get into that, so I'll just leave this one here. Number 4, Nintendo Switch mobile app overhaul. The Switch app is kinda useless. The 2 games that the app supports is Splatoon 2 and Smash Ultimate. It's not the greatest thing ever, and the amount of content isn't anything to be excited by. Splatoon 2 has some really nice stuff in the app, but honestly that's all the app has going for it, since the Smash Ultimate part can be seen in the game itself. The app itself, however, is a big letdown and not useful overall. I would love to see more in it, like seeing my Tetris 99 stats. Game stats would be a good thing to put in here, like your stats from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You know, just something so the app doesn't feel so empty and soulless. The app is also used for voice chat, but everyone I know who uses voice chat doesn't use the app at all and just uses Discord instead. Discord app for the Switch, anyone? Number 3, eShop overhaul. When the Switch first came out, the eShop was sleek, clean, it was nice looking, even though, you know, there was like next to nothing on there. But over time, the shop has been filling up with more and more games, which is nice, but it's becoming more of a mess. As more games get announced and released, the indie games are getting buried by everything else, and it becomes extremely hard to find anything that isn't AAA. Sometimes the AAA games are even hard to find. The eShop could definitely use an overhaul, or a better search system, or more categories and pages. You know, something to make it a little easier to find things you'd be interested in without having to know what you're looking for beforehand. Number 2, does anyone remember Miiverse? I never got into Miiverse on the Wii U, but it always interested me, and it still does. It was Nintendo's attempt at making their own social media app, but on the Wii U. It was a place where you could share pictures and posts like any social media app, and quite a lot of people liked it. Miiverse never moved on from the Wii U, but I think a Miiverse type of app on the Switch would work quite well. The Switch already has a built-in system for taking screenshots and videos, and it already lets you trim and post them to Twitter. I think this would be a good idea, and they could even put it on the Nintendo Switch mobile app to take care of that problem as well. And number 1 on my list. This is honestly one of the smaller things on this list, but it's important to me, so I want some type of achievements or trophies or anything like that for the Switch. There's been a bit of debate about this online. Some people really want it, and some people don't. I honestly really want it. I love going after achievements in games, and Nintendo is really the only platform that doesn't support them. It's a shame, really. I think achievements really add to a game's replayability, and sometimes even the challenge. I think it would also be cool to have something kind of like Gamerscore from the Xbox, but have it be rupees from Zelda, or coins from Mario, something like that. Anyway, there's my list for the top 10 things I think the Switch needs. What'd you think of my list? Did you agree with it? Disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. What would you like to see on the Switch? Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Down in the description there is a link to my Discord server and my Twitter, so you can go check those out. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.